What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. Today I'm going through a money method that I have been using over the last couple of days. Ever since Tuesday, once we got our weekly update and a newswire dropped, we found out that all the legendary bounties have been added back into this game. Not just one, it's every single one of them. From that, you're able to play through Barbarella Alcazar, the Wolfman, the Al Hoot family, Sergio Vincenza, Cecil C. Tucker, Philip Carlisle, Tobin Winfield, Etta Doyle, Red Ben Clemson, and Yukon Nikolai Borodin. So there's a lot of stuff to play through again, and there's a lot of different money methods we can do with that. On top of that, for this week there is an extra 50% payout for these legendary bounties, so you're gonna want to definitely be going through those. And for today I have got a money method lined up for you so you can get the most amount of money out of these legendary bounties. So the first thing you want to do is head over to the bounty board and go through the list of all of these legendary bounties, and it's up to you of which one you go into. For this video I'm going into Barbarella Alcazar just because it is the easiest one to do. There's a reason why she was the first one to come out, and it's an introduction to these legendary bounties and how they work. So Barbarella Alcazar is one of the easiest ones to do, and with what we're trying to do, which is just make money, it doesn't really matter how the story plays out, it doesn't really matter how you have to get the legendary bounty, we just want it to be quick and very simple, and Barbarella Alcazar is exactly that. When going into the legendary bounty, just complete the task that it tells you to complete. So with Barbarella we had to go over to Gaptooth Ridge, we had to kill everyone, and we had to find Barbarella. We lassoed her, hogtied her, and then we placed her on the back of the horse, and that is the point where it tells you to go back to the sheriff's office so she can be put in jail. At this point, no, we're not going to be doing that. That is not what we're going to do. What you need to do is make sure that you spend as much time within here as possible. The first thing I do is I go round to all the enemies that I've killed and I loot their bodies. Most of the time you'll only get a couple sent here and there, but sometimes it is rare, but sometimes you'll be able to get yourself treasure maps, as well as what is more occurring than treasure maps is that you're able to get yourself different types of collectibles which can then be later sold to Madame Nazar. So I make sure I loot every single body I come across that's active that I can actually loot. I make sure I loot them. As soon as I've finished looting everyone, that is when I go off and do a bit of hunting. Because you are in a solo lobby, you don't have to worry about the animals not spawning in. There will be a ton of animals within the world that you are currently in, so take this time to go off and do a bit of hunting. Barbarella will not jump off the back of your horse no matter what type of lasso you've used. The legendary bounties seem to always stay lassoed up and hogtied to the back of the horse, so you do not have to worry about her. You can just keep on hunting, doing whatever it is you want to do. One thing you cannot do whilst participating in a legendary bounty is you cannot pull out your metal detector to find collectibles. I've tried it quite a few times. I've gone to some very known locations where collectibles always spawn in, but unfortunately collectibles just do not seem to spawn in with these legendary bounties. I really do not know what it is. You can still get collectibles through looting bodies like I said, but when it's just placed within the world, whether or not you're using a metal detector, whether or not it's a tarot card just laying on a side of something, it just never ever spawns in, so you can't really go off and do a bit of collecting. To get the most amount of money whilst playing through this legendary bounty, you must take around about 30 minutes. Every time it gets to that 30-minute mark, that is when I go and head all the way over to the sheriff, and that's when I drop Barbarella off. But within 30 minutes you have more than enough time to actually get Barbarella, you have more than enough time to kill every enemy that comes up to you then have more than enough time to loot every single enemy, and then you have more than enough time to go off and hunt as many different animals as possible. And at that 30-minute mark, once you've handed Barbarella in, you will then be placed within a free roam lobby for Red Dead Online, and that is when you start to see the money, gold and XP go up. For completing this at the 30-minute mark, which is the maximum amount of money you can get, is $187.50, which is a very good amount of money. You can then get 48 gold nuggets and you get 1,562 XP. After that you can head all the way over to your camp to donate all the different animal parts that you was able to get whilst you are participating within that legendary bounty. On top of that, if you have any feathers, make sure you head all the way over to the butcher and sell your feathers there. The reason I say that is because you're able to get more money for selling feathers at the butcher than what you would get if you was to donate them to the camp. If you don't believe me, I have already done a video on that. I'll leave a link in the description down below, as well as there'll be a card on screen right now. As well as if you really wanted to, this is when you'll take the time to head all the way over to Madame Nazar, wherever she is located on the day, and you can sell the stuff that you was able to get through looting bodies. I would suggest not selling them as individual items, but actually waiting for them to become a set after you collect every single item within that set, and then selling it to Madame Nazar, just because you're able to get more money from that. But with this money method, just by spending 30 minutes on it, going through a legendary bounty, focusing on trying to get a few collectibles here and there, as well as trying to do a bit of hunting which you can then later on sell to the butcher, butcher or donate to cribs at the camp, you're able to make yourself a lot of money, anywhere between $200 all the way up to $300, and that's just within 30 minutes. But anyway guys, that is the money method that I am using for this week. You might as well take advantage of it because you have that increase in money for the legendary bounty, so definitely head into them. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, but for now, I'm going, so see ya.